Ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen, welcome back to the most unofficial official podcast in the YouTube space. My name is Zero Requiem 14. Back with the same crew from the last podcast.
Yo,
Awesome.
Yo,
we're all exhausted.
We took a week off from the last podcast. I was very busy, so it was just kind of like I'm gonna be too tired for last week's podcast, but we're here. We're doing this one, and a lot has happened.
oh
Unfortunately,
yeah.
we're gonna have to open the show with a bit of a Debbie Downer, just to kind of like link that episode of the pod to this one. Um, yeah, remember the praise that we gave Microsoft, for bringing like Game Pass to obviously like PC, and then the possibility,
Yes.
the handheld. Well, now they Well, I kid you not. I think like maybe like hours after we finished recording, if not the day after, they laid off 9,000 people. 9,000, and in the
Damn.
process, canceled.
I,
They canceled a lot of projects and affected a bunch of studios. For starters, the Perfect Dark reboot that was going to be coming out canceled. Everwild canceled. The Forza Motorsports studio Turn 10 gone. ZeniMax
Need
was,
for Speed.
well, that's funny you mention that because Need for Speed is getting shelved supposedly by EA. And
put a pin in that, I guess. Continue.
ZeniMax's upcoming like RPG that was going to be made by the Elder Scrolls Online team canceled. Uh, Other studios got affected as well. Raven Software got affected. King, the company that makes Candy Crush, also affected. They lost 10% of their staff.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
was about
know.
to say,
Candy
do,
Crush.
do, like, do they make anything else besides Candy Crush?
No, they literally just make Candy Crush, and that's kind of a big reason that the um Activision was going to be acquired, not just for Call of Duty, but also King Studios. And then another thing that I actually saw a video on is that the godfather of like the Doom and Wolfenstein games, like we're talking like the very first Doom and Wolfenstein games, Romero Studios, they lost their funding from Microsoft. They were making a new shooter and they lost funding from their publisher.
Jesus.
God damn.
So Microsoft, you went from I can't. It's so hard to be a Xbox fan when you have shit like this happening all the time with Microsoft. Like, it's like they know how to. Literally the definition of we're so back to it's so over. Like those peaks and valleys, man.
One of those things, man. I mean, like, we were talking about a little bit about this before. Just like the whole industry. Actually, can you explain to me why? Like, why did they across the board
Like
cut
wipe
out like 9,000 of their? Yeah.
So, and the big reason, if like for anyone who is not in the news about it, well, it's basically Microsoft is making a mega push to implement AI into like a good chunk of their services. And I want everyone to guess this number. I told Trev this, but I want everyone to guess how much they're going to fund AI into future projects.
85%.
Go with like an actual number. It ain't, and it's not 1,000.
40.
We didn't pass Matt. Go with the
million?
actual number.
Kevin said 100 million. Josh, how much do you think they're gonna spend on AI?
Number, and they're getting rid of people.
Like, well,
It's gonna be a low insulting number.
like cost. Like how much?
Yeah, I know. Maybe
Got rid of 9,000 people.
it's gonna be an insulting number. Like,
It's very insulting. It's 80 billion with a B.
that's wow.
God damn.
Microsoft is making this push for AI to pretty much like take over like their services. And I've been seeing like articles about this that even King Studios, like the people who got laid off, they said AI is going to get involved in their spots. And it's corporate greed, man. It's corporate greed that they want this. They want to be as lazy as possible to when it comes to shit like this.
Yeah.
So I don't blame anybody. Like every company deserves like all the criticisms. Like let's put it this way. Microsoft I think has like the worst case of their criticisms because of how stupid they can be. And like their leadership needs it just needs a shake up. Phil Spencer I think needs to go. He does. Especially, like, the worst thing, too, is that apparently he sent an email saying, like, we're stronger than ever, we're gonna make better projects and all that. 9,000 employees are gone.
Yeah, stronger than ever. Fucking dumb. Bro, like, I hate when fucking companies, they resort to that. They do the big company fucking email, they do, like, gift baskets to the people that they're keeping, and then they just quietly just shaft and fire all these people across the board to implement something that is going to be polarizing and controversial to say the least. So there might not even be a smart play to do, but they're going to do it anyway because that's what's going to be easier for them and more cost effective as opposed to what's better for the gaming industry.
Yeah, exactly. Like, for shit like this, it's just like, let's put it this way. All the acquisitions that Microsoft was doing, like that whole shit that was happening, what, like 2 years ago when Sony was like blocking that acquisition every time. That's paying, that is affecting our hobby right now, especially with Microsoft, you know, just being gutted left and right, just so they can not only is this AI thing happening, but they're trying to cover that the Activision acquisition. Like all the studios they've acquired, and they're doing nothing with them. So now that kind of gets me. That's the thing that kind of worries me about a lot of these games. What's not going to get canceled? Now, because that entire showcase, now I'm scared. I'm scared of what's not going to come out.
No, I mean, dude, like, I mean, yeah, me too, bro. Like, all of this other stuff that generated all this hype and everything, it's like, no one's fucking delivering anymore. They decide, nah, that's actually going to be too expensive. We're just going to can it. After they've, like, fucking put that shit in, like, the gaming awards and, like, and hyped it up there, and I put it shit in, like, all the press and shit like that. It's being dishonest with your fan base and with your consumers. And any business practice that is dishonest with their consumers isn't long lasting. Like that's just a fact. And even if some do find a way, they at least do it in other ways that don't involve this shit. Like,
agreed.
Ridiculous.
Like,
oh man.
And like what makes it worse too is that they're also like Microsoft is also the same exact fucking studio that shut down Tango Gameworks, the guys who did Hi-Fi Rush. And here's the crazy thing. They said we want games that win awards and stuff. Tango Gameworks won a couple awards for Hi-Fi Rush. They still got canned. They got acquired eventually by I think the PUBG studio so they can keep their franchises alive, but still it doesn't change the fact Microsoft is a straight hypocrite. It's a hypocrite of a studio.
And then shouldn't it be just grossly incompetent in some places just because of the choices that they are making? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is such a huge blow.
It's a huge blow too, especially because we praised Microsoft in the last, like, at least for me and Kevin, praised Microsoft the last 2 episodes, and then this shit just happens. It's unbelievable.
Wonk wonk.
Yeah.
Womp womp. Big womp womp.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah. But I mean, hey, this is why I think we need to at this point, like, if people aren't supporting like the indie studios, like I'm going to be honest, like I'm not saying I'm not gonna say like, oh, you should only support indie studios, because I mean, granted, like I was like telling Trev too, like before we were recording, I was like, look, as much as these companies, like I can praise them when they're doing things right, but I will also call out when they're doing things wrong. Like even fucking Sony as well. We had the
Yeah.
like I was telling Trev, we had the
'Cause I was
like we had the opportunity for 10 live service games that could have like released. Like and out of like the supposed 10, we had one come out that is a major success and just got ported to Xbox, being Helldivers 2. That's currently their only live service game that is working. Everything else got canned for whatever fucking reason, for probably budgetary cuts, most likely, which is still stupid. Because we could have had the chance for a Spider-Man multiplayer game. We had a chance for a Twisted Metal
Oh,
live
yeah.
service game. A Last of Us Factions 2. And they have a bunch of other dormant like IPs they have. They could use a Killzone. They could use SOCOM. I'm sure there's another game that I'm not like. I'm sure there's another game I'm not naming right now, but I'm sure that they could have used, and they're not.
Ghost Recon.
That one's. I think Ghost Recon is Ubisoft, although fuck that company too.
I
Man, fuck Ubisoft. I hate them so goddamn much. They were
hate that they made some of my favorite games.
like that's the thing that pisses me off. It's like the fact that
why?
like okay, Ubisoft is just kind of like they are making Assassin's Creed like look so goddamn boring to me every time. Like even Shadows, I'm not interested. I know Kevin has been trying to play it, but it's like, dude, when you have Ghost of Tsushima, I can't fucking see why I would play this. I wouldn't even play it if it
That's
was
fair.
free.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's rough, buddy.
Crikey.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but at all the Assassin's Creed games, like I would rather play the old ones and Black Flag over like anything that came out recently. That's just
Freaking
me.
Renaissance.
Like,
Well, Black Flag was
yeah, because Black Flag I heard is like everyone's like favorite or like a lot. It was a really
Yeah.
good one.
Fucking,
I heard Mirage is
Valhalla was good.
It was good to some people, but it's kind of like it's hella RP. The problem is too is that Ubisoft has a very, in my opinion, like an annoying like open world design. It's like UI overload. That's kind of the problem I have with that.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Oh my god.
Because like
No, because like.
the thing is that a lot of like open world games that like I usually have problems with, like I even say like I kind of have a problem with like FF16 or Final Fantasy 16 for those who don't know. That game is the problem I have with that game is that its open world and its mission structures are very are too MMO RPG like, where they kind of they feel sort of lifeless. They have world building aspects, but it feels kind of lifeless. But man, the things I will praise Final Fantasy 16 for, I love Clive Rossfield. Ben Starr is an amazing voice actor. The combat is fun because it's basically DMC, and the music. Those three things I can praise. Everything else, I think the game like suffers a lot.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, actually, because I haven't played that one, but I heard a lot of good things about it, especially because of the main character. And
I mean,
it just tells me that not every pork chop will be perfect. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
hashtag Steve Universe.
I
That's
mean,
all I gotta say.
still, Final Fantasy 16 still does. Like I said, it still has its fans. Like, don't get me wrong. If people like it for those reasons, I don't blame them. It's just, in my opinion, I think the open world is just kind of sucks, personally. But
It's better.
hey, it introduced the world to Ben Starr, who is also in Expedition 33 that I'm always gonna praise. So
So there you go.
yeah.
Oh man.
Well, we don't. Well, we
Alright.
can't stay on Debbie Downer mode for too long. It's already 15 minutes
Yeah.
in, and we're like, why y'all depressed?
I'm going to turn into a hand.
Yeah.
Well, for
Anyways.
any of the non, well, we're not gonna have a visual of this. It's probably just gonna be whatever footage, like I always do. But I guess
Okay, so that's gonna go over people's heads.
don't worry about
Most
that.
likely.
Don't worry about it. Jeez.
Oh, do I
But okay, so some of the topics, it's gonna be mostly small stuff, or kind of smallish. Prime Day did pass, along with every other business trying to mimic Prime Day as well. I don't know, did anyone like try to score on anything of note?
Hell no.
I did.
Oh, what? Oh, Josh did score on something.
Dude, there you go. I got 2 golf gloves because I usually don't sell 2 for 20 anymore in the store. It's usually like 25 or 30 now for those 2 gloves, and I got that back.
Nice.
But yeah, USB C type cords because everywhere I went, everyone just like used them, and so I'm like, all right, let me buy like 4 more. What else? Just useful shit. There you go. I bought a really nice Samsung Razr. I thought that was really nice. What else? Yeah, there was like one more thing that I was like, okay, this is. Oh, there you go. I got a clip mount for my phone so that I can
Nice.
now start doing more covers for the piano. I can just put my phone in the damn clip, and that's it. It's an above angle. I have
Nice.
a side angle, and now I have an above angle.
You know what's funny is I've been seeing, because like I've been doing a lot of like watching setup videos too, and I always see people have like the obviously their normal camera that's pointing at them, and then they have that like overhead camera,
Exactly.
like a mount, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into the habit of if my mom's home, I could just borrow her phone for another angle and just press play on 2 phones at the same time.
Yeah. There you go.
Because I
Yeah,
got
it could be-
2 phones.
Yeah.
All right, we can make
Get a second.
like a second angle.
Just buy like a dummy phone or
That's not a
something.
bad idea. I like that. I like that idea a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's especially for your stuff too, Josh. Yeah, that's awesome.
Again, thank you.
Oh yeah.
I just realized that, what is it? Well, everyone was hyping it up. I was like, okay, hey, did you get this? Did you get this? Did you get this? It's not that usually they, like, Amazon events aren't hyped up. Just this one in particular was like grabbing my attention. I was like, okay, well, I think I can rally with some of this stuff. And sure enough, like, you know what, dude, you finally can grab some stuff you've been meaning you were gonna grab. So just do it.
Yeah, that's kind of like how mine was too. Like there's a lot of stuff I have like sitting on my Prime wish list or like on a save for later. But for the most part, it's I kind of made some like changes on like some purchases. Like funny enough, because I actually got a new monitor. I'm joining the future of gaming with an OLED monitor. 1440p monitor, OLED with high refresh rate, baby. I'm stepping into the future.
Oh my god.
Yep. And what's funny too is that I didn't even buy this on fucking Amazon because I think it was like 600, and then I only paid 580 for this one. Yeah, like 580 on Best Buy. And then
Oh my god.
yeah. What else did I get? I just got mostly like just utility stuff. Like I actually bought a USB hub that I put some 3M tape under my desk, like right where the PC is, so that way I just connect shit. So It's always good.
Oh my God.
And then you guys don't see it on people aren't gonna see the video version of this, but I might take a picture of it. I did buy those like clamp on like pegboard sets.
Kitty claims?
It's but for like utility stuff, like I have like my headphones there, a couple wires, and then other stuff. I just had to figure out what else I'm gonna put on here, but bought that for like $29.
Yeah.
Just like a small edition, but it actually works like so perfectly.
Not bad. Not bad.
Nice.
And then other stuff I got 2 new Xbox controllers. I actually got a GameSir controller. I don't know if you guys are gonna, at least people, at least you guys who could probably see it. Well, Josh is on PlayStation using on Discord, but I got this guy. Pretty fucking dope. Floral.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
Pretty
love
solid.
the GameSir controller. It's so fucking good. Like this is like I mean, I know that it's wired, but dude, it's for $50. That's not bad. And it has Hall effect sticks and back paddles and it has trigger locks too. So I ain't gonna complain about that.
The trigger lock.
No.
And then I also got Xbox the Wolverine V3 controller, Tournament Edition. Pretty much same. So good scores all
shit,
around.
man.
Yeah, good scores like all around. But it'll probably I think the next time though I do make some upgrades, or like the next time I like go on something crazy shopping spree like this, it's gonna be other items, because I was actually looking at getting like a new webcam, because one of like the more popular ones was like about $100, and it was like one of the more
Oh my
premium, like a more premium webcam, and I was like, ooh, thinking about it, but I passed on it for this time.
I mean,
Black Friday maybe.
okay. Well, I mean,
Black Friday maybe.
yeah, that's a good idea.
And then I was gonna probably get like a new a new light, because my light is it's like a little strip, and I wanted to get, there's like the new light is almost like to the levels of like the softbox lights, and it's like $80.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it was like still normal price at $80, so I was like, maybe wait on that one. So
Yeah.
so eventual stream changes. Well, video / stream changes.
feel-
I'll eventually get there.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. I got you. Well, I will say that with all of this like frugal, I mean, you're doing pretty well in terms of spending. I
Yeah.
feel.
I would say
So-
so. I would say so. Like, I'm no,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the funny thing is that like once I did it, I was just like, I look-y feel bad for doing this, but in a way, it's like at the same time, kind of rewarding myself for being patient with all this,
Yeah, literally, dude.
because
But even so, even with that justification, do you feel like a twinge of guilt after you spent like, even if it's good deals, right? It still ends up.
it's the
adding up
fact
a
that,
lot.
yeah,
So
it's
do you feel
basically, it's literally like at the end of the day, the shit will add up. And I was like, it's like it's adding up, but at the same time, it's actually shit I would use. See, that's my like the other thing too is like I have to remind myself I actually am using this stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's not like entirely useless purchases. So that's kind of
Right.
like
It's not like frivolous.
Mm-hmm. It's like that's the big thing for me.
Mhm.
Because like I always like go with the mindset of your event, like my whole thing right now is that I do eventually plan to have whole setup changes, like, or eventual like setup changes, and they could be as small as a webcam and a light to something as big as getting like a completely new like audio interface.
Yeah.
Because like even some of the stuff that like I got, like I mean the microphone I got, I think I'm gonna be sticking with this microphone for a hell of a long time, especially for
It sounds very nice.
Dude, this was $50.
That's not bad.
Yeah, $50, and I can connect this not only to my interface, but I could also connect it to the PS5. So, good shit like that.
It's amazing what kind of technology like we're just that's just available to us at the
Right?
ready.
Like, usually people don't, like, you would always think, like, budget gear. Oh, it probably sounds like trash, but...
Well, that was the thing I was just talking about with Liam yesterday. That had I known back then that if I could just buy the shell of the used gear, or if you know what you're looking for, and only one aspect of the used product is out of order, then I can use that for spare parts and make a better thing rather than buying the whole
Exactly.
brand all at once. You know what I mean? And so that
Mm-hmm.
it all depends on how much you really know about your stuff.
It's kind of like, know what, like, for me, like, this is kind of like, this sort of leads into, like, this, like, whole thing kind of leads into, like, knowing what to get and when to get. Like, that's the big thing for me.
Mhm.
And
Like, yeah.
By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Liam is a member of Josh and I's music group.
Oh yeah.
He plays the bass. If we shout out, if we shout out more of our stuff in the future, then we'll then stay tuned because the guy playing bass
Shout out,
on his
Liam.
stuff will.
mhm,
Yeah.
always awesome.
So. Mhm. Good kid. Good kid.
Yep. Yeah. Kevin, did you have any thoughts on this? Because I know you, we keep leaving you out on this.
Me, no, when it comes to Amazon Prime right now, it's like no. I I really didn't get anything, to be honest. There was nothing that really caught my attention.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, because I know there was like a lot of the stuff I was like looking for. I was like hoping it was gonna be like some pretty significant like discounts. Like I said, like there was some stuff that I was like, I was thinking about it, but I'm like I could also wait. Like it's not like a. It's kind of like a. I don't need it now. It just would have been like a. I could use it though. It's a lot of that stuff. But I mean, aside from that, I mean, it's always good. Like the big thing that I also tell people, like for any like future content creators and stuff, sometimes you don't need to spend like so much just to have like a decent setup. It could be, you could honestly start on like probably a couple $100 maybe, like just for an audio interface and mic alone. Just get one of the Fi-Fine bundles, because like one of the mixers that I had that I think I gave to Kevin. Yeah, I think, yeah, if you there's a bundle with that interface and the first microphone, XLR microphone I used. It's like $100, something like that. And you could I mean it works, and then you could always like consider having upgrades down the line. Like even like if you get like a stream deck of sorts, like that could control like productivity, shit like that. Like their version I think it's like 67, but it's slowly getting updated to be in competition with Elgato's Stream Deck stuff. But
I like the name of that mic, the Elgato.
well, the Elgato is actually my capture card. That's what I use. But
Okay.
yeah, but I know sometimes they have their problems too. Like I know people usually like the software sometimes like I think Kevin's like capture card is starting to like mess up now or something like that, supposedly.
Yeah, I gotta check with the
Maybe the Type C.
USB-C.
Might be the-
I'm gonna try to do it today when I kind of like clean up my setup.
Oh, okay, for sure. But yep.
I need to get in. I want to try that capture card you gave me, but I also want to do more research.
I mean, are you pretty much just exclusively playing on your TV?
Basically,
Okay.
I mean,
Because I mean,
the Mac capable of higher than 1080p.
yeah, because I think the capture card that I gave you, yeah, I think it only goes up to like 1080p, 60 FPS when you're recording, and then capture I think should be more or less the same. But I would. I mean, I would also, if it were but if you want like at least like a good capture though, I could link you another capture card that, or at least the one I use. Although you gotta kind of catch it on sale as well.
I wouldn't mind delving into that.
Yeah, I could.
'Cause I wouldn't mind, turning on the damn, record button and be like, yo, you're trying to act like a doofus and play this game.
Hold on. Hold on. I'll just throw it in our chat right now. Oh. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if that would work. Hey.
Oh,
Hold up. Hold up.
It's alive.
He's alive. He's alive. He's alive.
It's alive.
any robot checking anyone?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll try to link it because I don't know if that worked. But I'll link it later though. Yeah, because I sent it to Kevin and I was just like, to be quite honest, like, if you plan, like, I mean, if you do stick with the TV setup, it's completely fine. Like, I get it. Plus you'll have more, you could kind of like have more control of like your recordings and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay, moving on. So, this one I kind of just randomly just like thought about. Does anybody have like a guilty pleasure? Man, it could be anything. Like that who has what guilty pleasures? And I'll let
Give me a second to think. Hold up. I know I was supposed to come up with it before, but it's hard to think about because everything is like niche, and so like there's always a fan base for something.
yeah.
I guess my guilty pleasure, it would be like the old tie-in games from like Nickelodeon or like.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or, well, there's one specifically I'm thinking of that is a guilty pleasure, and it's something that I've wanted to play, but I haven't given Kevin the $20 in my GameCube yet. So, it's it's the second video game from Fair Godparents. So a lot of people talk about breaking the rules. I played Shadow Showdown, which to me, I played that game so much, and I finally beat it as a kid, and then I kept replaying it, and there was a point where I could beat the game in a day if I wanted to. If I started at like 10, it would be over in like 4 hours, 3 hours tops. You know what I mean? Like it got to a point where I was just almost speed running the game, and it's not like the funniest. It's got its moments. I just like some of the music that was attached to it. The graphics aren't that good, but the game, but some of the puzzles, and platforming is fun. Yeah, I was just a big fan of the show, of course. So like, I was one of those kids where I just got sucked into a tie-in where everyone else was playing, original IPs and shit. But as far as like fun, I always had a blast playing that game. I remember like introducing some people when I still could, and how like obscure it came off to other people, and that's when I really realized like, oh, nobody else played this game. And it made me think like, okay, well, I guess this is a good pleasure, but whatever. I have a.
Go ahead.
Well,
Josh.
the first one I never played Breaking Rules.
Mm.
So I only ever Shadow Showdown, and I just it became one of my guilty pleasures because of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, did you have one?
It's weird, right? Like, at least psychologically, for that phrase, a guilty pleasure. It's I really don't feel guilty about some of these pleasures. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess it's more
yeah.
of like well, you don't feel guilty about it, but it's
Not
like if you were
a
to
lot.
tell somebody about it, then it's like, oh, like they would look at
well,
you
okay.
like they
If
would
we're talking
like
in like that in video games, I mean, in class, and it was really popular. I mean, that's just nostalgia for me. I loved Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and so I would play that in high school instead of listening
it's
to a
not exactly that.
lecture.
I mean, it's not that guilty. I mean,
mean,
that's kind of like
I get what you
popular,
mean.
but I guess at that
Yes, here's
time,
but what we're talking about is something that like you love, but not everyone else doesn't. So like,
See,
and it's video games. If you want to branch out and talk about something else,
I got like
we can.
two. I got two
Um,
things I can say, but I'll let you guys say your parts.
you get two?
Love
What
pickles.
the
If you got more than one, dude, like just because like I have two in mind. Like one of them
well,
is
I'll
small
wait.
and
I love pickles.
It's not a guilty pleasure that has a huge fan base.
Oh, weird.
Pineapple on pizza.
fuck you.
Question. Like,
See, that I feel like has lessened as a guilty pleasure because more people have turned onto it. I feel and have defended it or been more vocal about it at the very least.
Watch
But
out,
I'll eh, I don't know. That's y'all need to branch out.
I don't know. What is there? Is there one, Kevin, that you have in mind for a guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure is, again, like, not everyone knows. Like, you do know it if you watch the anime for it, but it's basically Robotech.
Explain that one to us.
Oh, I don't know that. Yeah.
All right, so again, it's kind of like based off of anime, and for this one, it's basically same thing as mecha, but the only difference is your um. So basically, you start off as a jet fighter, and you could transform into a mecha,
So kind of
and it's
That's
basically
kind of sick.
yeah. But the whole concept of like the game is basically like a alien ship crash land on Earth. Like all the alien crew that was in the ship died, and then Earth was using all the materials and everything to build like their jet fighter mechs, advance their technology, and just try to get the spaceship up and running. And just like by the time that they get it up and running, there's an alien invasion. So it's kind of like again, you just gotta watch the anime. It's like
is it,
that's my guilty pleasure for that kind of game because the
it
thing is like
sounds very like silly. That's what it sounds like to me. It's like very goofy.
it's not goofy. It's just it's kind of like damn, how can I explain it?
I mean, what I got out of it was it's Gundam with Earth's Defense Force because of the alien invasion.
Basically,
Okay, okay.
But is that wildly sneaky?
Sorry.
What was that, Trev?
Yeah. Trev?
Hmm?
What was it that you
Sorry.
said?
I said, is it wildly seen as goofy? I mean, like, or because like,
Or is it just like, is it super niche?
I wouldn't say it's like it's kind of like it's the thing. It's how can I kind of fucking explain it? Like the concept of it does sound goofy, but unless like you watch it, like it'll get you hooked on it. But the thing is, like was like this show came out like in the like mid 1900s.
Oh, it's that old?
Yeah, it's that old.
Okay. So it's more of its kind of niche in terms of like when it came out because like not everyone's gonna know about this.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not
okay,
anymore.
okay. Uh, all right.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's all right.
See,
Okay,
my bad.
I can get with that.
It came out in 1985.
That is very far from the mid 1900s, but
Shit.
okay.
Yeah, my bad.
But still,
Yeah.
but still, damn, that's old. That is quite an old one. All right, all right. Well, I honestly like. Well, I said I was gonna name two, and I'm gonna keep one of them very short. It's just me watching Grown Ups.
Yeah, that's fair.
The literal definition of
Something about
Adam Sandler and Friends, the movie, when it was like it's kind of unbearable to watch his films. Like, that's just I don't know why I still get a kick out of it, even though I know it's a bad
Well, I
film.
mean,
well, he's a,
It's
the
not,
style.
yeah. And I guess
It-
like you could even, I guess you could even say Eight Crazy Nights as well.
I
Oh,
like that. I love
That's
that
classic.
movie.
That's a
That's-
technical
that's a
foul.
classic.
That was like, after that, and whatever. I get why people kind of don't really like the Happy Madison movies after Happy Gilmore.
Billy Madison.
The I'm talking about the
Well, I know, but you said Happy
production
Madison.
company. Yeah. That's the name of his production company.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, it's if you've ever seen that, like it's like a random golfer, and then like it hits the lens of the camera, and that little in that little commercial.
Okay.
That's Adam Sandler's production company.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I was just gonna say, like, after Happy Gilmore and all of that, all of the the money started talking for his art. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. I mean, just
Yeah, Eight Crazy Nights. I mean, that guy started from what is it called, stand up, especially doing the Comedy Store. Like just getting affiliated with all those other guys, and then Eight Crazy Nights was given to him, and those were that was a really cool little feature, and thankfully it's part of our young culture still, I believe, in our generation. But yeah.
all right. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. And then, I mean, the second one, it's kind of sorts. It may lead to like one of our topics later, but playing Fortnite and Roblox, does that like low key sort of counts as a guilty pleasure?
I was gonna mention. Okay, well, I did have this little aspect growing up, especially like in high school. Well, more junior high into high school. I was still playing this video game. At least this was my guilty pleasure when I had the spare time. I used to play Toontown.
Oh God, that's wow.
And
That's old, dude.
for a while, I was having fun with it. I was introduced to the whole aspect of online gaming like that too. Like, yo, I'm chatting with complete strangers right now. I thought that was really cool. People even like had their own system around paying for it too. Like it was kind of cool. Like if you bought the subscription, you could chat with people, and then if your subscription left you, all you had to do was grab codes for your friends so that you could chat, and you could keep that feature. You didn't have to pay. So like people would have like this, like, okay, if you jump it means this, if you if you walk to the left it means this, like they're all like character letters. And I thought, wow, this is cool. And the more that they emoted, had like the first letter of whatever they emoted message. So I was like, this, wow, it introduced me to like a lot of cool stuff, like glitches. People knew like how to enact glitches within the game. Like, oh yeah, you could like walk in midair. I'm like, oh really? And you just made friends and shit like that. So that was one of my guilty pleasures in terms of video games, because I thought other people were playing
Roblox and Club Penguin and what else? There is this one other one, but I just can't think about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like, damn, that just made me realize my age. Fuck you, Josh. God damn it.
That game was so popular even when Disney backed out of it that
Yeah, it was
they had its own,
still going for a while,
yeah, it was
too.
still going. It had its engines running and everything. I don't think it's there now anymore because
Nah,
well,
I'm pretty sure it's been like long gone now at this point.
God, man, yeah, that was fun. I was like, dude, I wanna achieve greatness in this game, and it really took a long time for you to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn bots everywhere.
Unfortunately, it's the only way to keep those servers up.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, Trevor, what do we need to do to get you going with your entire setup?
My setup? Oh god. Okay. Well, this is gonna actually turn into like more of a life update. I'll be real honest because the only reason why I have not put up my desk yet is it was the same reason before. It's lack of space. It's lack of cleaning out clutter. But that's only because I technically haven't had a moment to myself for like a minute. And even when I do, I'm exhausted. Yeah, I've been very busy learning a whole show. I got employed uh, for a show that is currently based in LA, and it's also touring around the country. When I've completely been onboarded, and this doesn't like this is going to be here on a podcast, but like this is a set thing. I'm going to be doing this, um, and once I'm like really performing, I'm gonna be like sharing a lot of that on my Instagram. I'm going to be doing well, I'm gonna be understudying one of the leads in this little cult musical titled Saw the Musical, which is a parody off of the first Saw movie. Um, so this opportunity fell in my lap because of a friend of mine who I made about last year, who's also in our music group with Josh and I.
Oh, yeah.
We are basically he got cast as the lead, and he had an understudy, and they were ready to go, but then they got another opportunity, and because of that, they left our friend in a lurch with no understudy because he had to leave the show. So he thought of 2 people and then zeroed in on his singular recommendation, which was me. He saw me when I did Sweeney Todd about 2 years ago, or a
Man, it's
year and
really
a half
been 2
ago.
years?
No, year and a half because
Year and a half.
I did it in 2024 in March.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, yeah, exactly. And so, but from that show, I got to meet this guy, and from our friendship and cultivation, he then gave me an opportunity for something that I have never attempted before, and that is a show that is not only touring, but is running all the way through the rest of the year. It has been running for the last few months, and it will continue to run through at least December 31st, unless it gets extended. So
Okay.
I've already been in talks with the creator and with the production managers about scheduling for me later in the year because they are thinking about flying me out to a few locations to do the show. And it's going to be the first time I'm going to get professional wages for for an actual show. Um the last time I got something like remotely this good was when I was doing a non-union train ride experience in Fillmore, California. That was based off of the Polar Express, and it was performance, and it was a good paycheck, but it was Um, it wasn't consistent. It only ran for a month, and while it was a good paycheck, it wasn't what I was. It wasn't the end game for what I wanted. But I will say this is a significant step up because it's a show. It's a show act in act one and then act two. It has the sorry, I'm something's happening in the house. But yeah, all that to all that to say, I need you guys to give me 1 second. I'm so sorry to stop mid sentence right now. My mom's calling me right now. 1 second.
Yeah, but that's always good. You know,
Um,
at least he's back on the. We'll be sure to try to link his stuff. Once it gets a little closer.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir. I wish I was out there, man. I really wish I was out there to go support this shit. But I'm in the middle of. I'm in the Midwest.
We all got places to be, man.
Yep.
It's no biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Because everything in
It's
here,
just stuff.
everything
We're
here in
all-
the Midwest is mid.
No.
Yeah. Skyline chili, mid. Yeah. Your Cincinnati Reds, who haven't won a single championship, mid.
I'm just glad that we're all still in our bags, getting our stuff doing.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? You know, with me, I've just got to be grateful because although I'm not, working back at the golf course for a common paycheck every guaranteed, every 2 weeks, I've sacrificed it for a bit of the stuff that I've been passionate about for a while now. I'm doing some freelance work, but it's not, paid right now, but it is what it is. I'm learning a lot from it. So I have no choice but to be just grateful for this right now. And
Yep.
so, and also without, not being there at that other job, I basically said to myself, yo, dude, you have not had a summer to yourself in like 4 years.
And now
So
you're
it's-
all of a sudden presented the opportunity to have a summer to yourself.
Yeah. And so I thought to myself, dude, should really take it easy. I have a deadline for when I'm back on my shit, so it's like, all right, this is no big deal. I just need to relax and let everything unfold as it should.
There you
And
go, man.
sometimes just the simplicity of impatience can really just wind someone down negatively. And so, it is what it is. We're getting there.
I totally get it, man. That's kind of like what I struggled with too for a while. It's like just not being patient, and I was just like, dude, just slow down, appreciate the now.
Yeah, literally. There's an art to appreciating the now. That's why the present's called the gift.
Oh, but here's a funny thing, Josh. Like this, I know I'm gonna like throughout the year, I'm gonna have my constant Expedition 33 glazing. There's literally a line in the beginning of the game that I think you would really like, or that kind of resonates with now. It's like I'm gonna try to rephrase it. Like I don't know if I'm going word for word. He says, "I am celebrating my uselessness today, so I can prepare myself for my usefulness tomorrow."
Yeah, I do like that.
I need to show you this fucking game. I need to show you this game, dude.
Any game that's like mentally like, oh man, you're about to go for a ride. I'm all for it.
Like, dude, I'm telling you, like, this game just came out of fucking nowhere. Like, I was already sold on its concept of being a turn-based RPG, but you have real-time parrying and dodging. And then all of a sudden, I was like, not only did I get a great-ass game with great music, I got a great fucking story. It's so fucking good.
Well,
Fucking love that game.
I miss Fallout.
Speaking, you know what's crazy too? Speaking of Fallout, like apparently they're having like multiple projects in the works, and I guess like supposedly one of them is a remaster of Fallout 3.
Oh,
Honest, and I'm like, dude, I'm fucking down for that.
Wait, yo, whatever happened to that Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater?
It's coming out.
announcement?
It's in August next year. I think like the tail end.
I'm telling you, man.
I think we're all gonna be. We might all be on that
That
if I'm
one
gonna be
was
honest.
one for the nostalgia books, only because, okay, my dad has worked for a supermarket for so long that I don't know if you remember my Coke rewards.
Oh
Remember
my god!
that?
Oh my god! That is so.
Okay,
Oh.
so my dad basically had the he was the guy for all those codes because he would stock the shelves with
Okay.
most Coke products, so they would get rid of the packaging for it.
And
So my dad would just cut out the damn codes, and we would get like believe it or not, you'd get the most points out of water.
really,
So like we get a bunch of Dasani little labels, and
all I'm gonna say
my
is
dad would just be
I
like,
feel
"Yo, just
sorry
enter."
for anyone who drinks fucking Dasani though.
I was like, "Yo, dude, just enter all these codes, and we can get all this free shit." And like, yeah, it's literally what we were doing for the longest time. My dad got a Dr. Pepper branded scooter, like an electric scooter, a motorized scooter,
Oh
before
my
they were like
god.
hella popular. That was a wild purchase, I thought. And then the other one was the other thing was, oh, okay. We would get free movies at AMC. There was another one that gave you a free large popcorn and a large drink.
Oh, it's like the
Um,
early days of like current rewards right now too.
yeah, yeah. And so like growing up, there was this one time where, oh, look, you could get free movies to rent at Blockbuster.
You know what's funny, Josh, is at
Mm.
my work, they sell like a Blockbuster T-shirt, and I was like, ugh.
And like, okay, so why this is how Snake Eater gets into the mix. As you may remember, in those days, especially along with those My Coke rewards, you could rent movies from Blockbuster, and if you were lucky at your local Blockbuster, if you had it, inside was integrated this thing called Game Rush.
I think I remember. I think I remember that. I think my dad used
It
that.
basically it was basically like where the store separated into like a fifth, and it was all video games that you could rent.
All right.
So I said to myself, I'm gonna rent this game. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna rent it.
And
It
sure
looked
enough,
cool, right?
you're like, holy fuck.
It just looked cool. Like I don't if I just remember the cover being, I think it was Snake himself
Mm-hmm.
with
The
with the silence pistol and a knife, and I just thought, what kind of game is this? Okay, I'll take a chance on this. And then like I brought it home, and I immediately like I fell in love with it. I was like, yo, dude, when do I have to return this? I'm gonna be bummed. And I don't think that I ever returned it, or I did. I don't remember.
well,
But all I said was, yo, dude, this game was lit.
well, well. The good news is, Josh, if you do plan to pick up this game, it comes out on August 28th. So
I definitely love the fact that, like, okay, I like sneaking games. Like, oh,
like
if you
tactical
could do this without,
espionage.
yes, if you could like if you could, get around these guards without being
Scene.
detected, you get rewarded for it and shit like that.
You know
Like,
what's funny
and so,
is that kind of makes wait you played the Hitman games, right?
oh my god, those were amazing. But I hate to admit it, they got boring after the originals.
Oh, okay. So I
Like, I
never
played
played
the
them, so
originals.
I never.
Okay.
Well, I've never played like a single Hitman game, so
The first one, the concept and the game itself was ahead of its time. because it basically gave you a goal, and it gave you multiple ways to achieve that goal.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. The game would have been more fun if like pop cultural stuff like that. If, let's be honest, the YouTube machine wasn't created and everybody could just be like, okay, so that's how you do it.
So kind of like,
You know what I mean?
you kind of just, I mean, some people still
So-
like recommend going blind on like anything, but yeah, I get you though. Like that's the kind of like the cost of YouTube. Like, you know, go on.
It's that's what I liked about those games later on, is that now you have multiple ways to achieve your goal, and you won't lose. And depending on how you do it, you won't lose notoriety or any of the 5 stars that you were gonna gain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, I'll kill him with a winch, and then he'll drown instead of me just running and gunning the entire place like an idiot. You could that's the other thing you could do with that game. Like, it's such a laid back concept where, you know, it's kind of feels a little weird, right? What you're basically loaded into the game. You have your it's your choice, right? You're all loaded with weapons and shit like that, and it's your choice to either, okay, you're a hitman, you could get 5 stars and be like, oh, who did it? Or you could totally rampage and just kill every civilian until you kill, and hopefully you survive. And believe it or not, that actually got like more integrated into the game. People started knowing about it, and now it was harder to die, if that makes any sense.
Also, they made it easier, essentially.
If you wanted to rampage, instead of achieving 5 stars, it'd be like, okay, I just got loaded in. Oh, I find gun, I find victim, bam, and every single you just keep killing
caveman when they pick up a gun.
Yes, no, seriously.
I find
like,
gun, I
that
shoot
if you wanted
people.
to. And so this, yeah, and this, at least the later in this in the series, it was just harder for you to do that because the you know, the CPUs got more intricate. You know what I mean? There's like, no, we're not gonna let you do this.
They're not gonna let you go crazy with that shit.
Exactly. You could, I mean, depending on how good you are, but it just made it that much more difficult.
Yeah.
Whereas earlier in the games, they were like, okay, cop. Oh, the cop. Oh, I just ran out of bullets. Oh, cop. Oh, cop. Oh, cop. Oh, cop. You know what I mean? It was just that. It was just that easy. Whereas this time, it's like, okay, these guys are just not dying.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's funny that you mentioned Hitman too, because I don't know if you were. No, I don't think you were on this pod. I think you on the pod prior, because like Kevin and I were talking about the all the stuff that got announced for, like, during Summer Game Fest. The Hitman Studios is actually making a 007 game for next year.
Oh, that's actually funny.
And it's a 007 origin story.
What if this entire time they were just trying to make a 007 game?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what the Hitman games were going to end up as eventually.
Sounds fire. Well, it's the same premise.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the guy is an agent, listens to, you know, some lady
Yeah. I'll link the
who turns on the organization itself, you know?
I'll link the trailer in our chat.
I just hope they kept the whole Diana aspect of that game, because that's just like that. Hitman is that's basically his Joker. It's like he would not be anywhere without Diana.
Yeah, I linked
Anyway.
the trailer for you, Josh, so you can watch it later.
Yes. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny too, because like when you're mentioning like stealth games, I'm like, I wonder if you would like Dishonored then.
Someone did tell me that I would like that game. I actually looked it up when I think I was recommended this by when I was watching White Boy 7th Street.
Oh my god.
And I was looking for new stuff, and it was like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm like, wow, this is a really interesting game, because it's not like I remember being it was very unique, but very familiar. There you go.
Yeah, because it's I think like the cool thing about that game too was the fact that the like your actions actually will affect the ending of the game. Like if you kill too many people, like you're gonna get like the quote bad ending, versus if you just subdue them, then you're gonna get the good ending.
Mhm.
Like I think I remember still when I was playing because I think I only played the first one. And every time I accidentally killed somebody, I literally would restart the entire encounter. I was like, "No, I want good ending." I was such a hard ass on it. Uh yep.
Good times.
Those
Good
are
times.
those are some great times, man. I think the other game too that like I'm now kind of like I'm kind of like I'm torn on, and I wish Trevor was here. Maybe he'll jump in on this conversation.
Mhm.
I don't
I'm
know.
here. I was just letting you guys talk about it. And this
Oh
entire
my
time.
god. Okay. um, now I'm like torn on this game, but Ready or Not, if it's kind of had like an interesting controversy happen, and then I think over time people just got over it, and I'm like I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But essentially, for anyone who doesn't know what Ready or Not is, it's a tactical PvE game where you're playing as like a SWAT team member, and you're basically going through the horrors they go through on a daily basis. And we're talking like heavy topics, like we're talking like human trafficking and CP, like
Yeah, that's
the
fucking.
levels of that. And Gavin and I we were considering it, then we weren't 100% sure because the thing is that they censored the game. But they were like, granted, they were minor changes, but still the fact that it's like censored. And I think what I just felt bad for the PC players because they didn't have a choice until they eventually came out and said, yes, you can mod the uncensored version of the game into it. Because the thing is that the game had also nudity.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
So-
yeah.
Yeah, they had it all out. We're talking everyone had it out on some missions.
Yikes.
But I don't know, I'm still like debating on. I was like, this game does look so fucking cool too. I was like, I mean, if the changes, I looked at the changes, I was like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, come on. It's kind of like what made that was the
Yeah.
charm of Ready or Not, was the fact that they were very like heavy. It's supposed to be like topics that make you feel icky. But I don't know. It's
Right.
$50 right now on PlayStation if anybody plans to play it. I just know that we're probably someone's gonna be stupid enough to shoot shoot a teammate or a civilian on
Yeah,
accident.
it's probably gonna be me.
Bust through the door.
That's probably me, John.
It's like,
Yeah,
hey,
I
Trevor.
would've said Josh too. I was like, stand behind Josh, cause he's gonna be like Cyril, and just be like, oh, like suppressing fire.
There's like it's gonna be nothing but a bunch of bullets flying, and one of us catches the stray. It's like, everyone, get behind my shield. That's in front. I don't know.
God.
I think maybe I'll pick up Ready or Not like when it goes on sale. Maybe if it drops to like $20-$30, I'll consider it. I still haven't. I know I put this as a topic, but I actually have still yet to play it. The Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. I don't know. Kevin, did you ever play it? Because I haven't played it yet.
We're able to play it.
What's up?
We're able to play it.
I haven't played it yet. I just know it's on Game Pass right now.
It's out already.
Yeah, it came out like last week or like earlier this week.
Oh, so I'm down in that shit right now.
Okay, next podcast we'll get his thoughts. We'll get Kevin's thoughts on it. I know I feel bad for Trev because he
Oh
won.
my God.
Unless Trev, has the moolah to drop $70.
Well, listen, I'm not getting any Doom skin. All right, like, listen, I'm not getting that. That's just not gonna be what I spend. It's not. It's not worth it, right? Like, while it is a great franchise, I never got so close to it, so it's not gonna make much of a difference for me to play as Doom guy or not. But Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 was the very, very first Tony game I ever played, and it introduced me to the series. So I will save up for the 40 or $50 tag that's on it right now, and enjoy it with my nostalgia, with the soundtrack, with just at least levels, and then of course the rest of it. But I'll be honest, that game I was so highly anticipated because it's proving that they're gonna keep remastering some of these as long as there's a fan base for it. And the Pro Skaters were the top tier, right? Those were the ones that everyone had the nostalgia for. So of course they're doing those. I want this to get so blown out of proportion that they remaster Thug 1, Thug 2, and Thaw. And that's all of the story-centric games that they came out, all the narrative-driven ones. Even though it slowly went downhill after Thug 1, my idea behind it is if they do it all in a triple bundle, where you have Tony Hawk's store, and it's Tony Hawk's story mode, and it's a game package with Thug 1, Thug 2, and Thaw. I have a feeling they could do it, and all it would need is basic remasters, kind of like how they did with Pro Skater, and just refining on the audio mixing and refining on maybe re-recording some lines or doing certain things. But they shouldn't. And there's signs at the time for sure, but they shouldn't change it, because that had so much charm to it. And I don't know. I'm hoping that's the direction they go in, but I'm loving the love right now for Tony Hawk and for the resurgence in skate games in general. So, Kev, yeah, let me know how that is.
We skate.
Oh God.
Few moments later.
cut to the next podcast after that. And Josh, did I really hear that? Did I hear Josh mention we skate? Because
whatever controller that was used for that skate game at one point.
All I just remember is that when we mentioned the topics to Trev, I think Trev was starting to crash out on it.
Oh, you're talking about Tony Hawk Ride with the fucking with the whole other snowboard looking motherfucker with sensors on the side that's supposed to read your fucking movements, but all it did was fucking tickle your taint and leave you fucking dead. It didn't even matter. No, because it didn't work. It was faulty. It just didn't fucking work. It cost how much more? About another $40 more for the fucking technology on top of the fucking $40 game. You spent $80 back in the early hot 2000s. Fucking, I swear, on a fucking piece of shit that didn't even work, and it wasn't fun. There was no way you can even fucking do it. What's the most infamous fucking video is Tony Hawk playtesting it, and him not even getting to fucking work. And it's just how the hell did anyone think this was a good idea? My God, it was like Jurassic Park. No, for real, I just crashed out. My God, dude, I don't even want to even remember that shit because we spent money on it. We wasted money on that purchase. I could have been playing Sly Cooper. I could have been playing any other fucking game that came out that year. No, I was playing Tony Hawk Ride, and I didn't even play it for a day. After an hour, I was like, sucks. I never picked it up again. It was awful. Awful game.
We'll be sure to get that as a birthday gift for you, Trevor.
No.
Fuck off. I will chuck that at your face. You son of a bitch. God, what an awful fucking shitstorm of a game.
Man. Yeah,
Oh my
that's
god. Anyway, I'm sorry.
and then
Oof.
like I guess the other half to that is I don't know, has anyone seen the skate beta like gameplay and like photos that have come
Yes.
out? I need
I
to
have.
I
I've
want to
actually
hear
what-
everyone's opinion on that, on like the art style change.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So I actually, in preparation for this topic, I watched one of my favorite YouTubers, Zek is a Skate 3 content guy. You know, he most of his videos are skate game related and of that franchise.
Uh-huh.
And he's for the last like 10 or 15 years he's done Skate 3 content for as long as it's been out. And now with the beta release of this new version, he's been diving deep into the similarities, the pros and the cons. And what I believe the consensus is that there's a lot of mixed reviews. Some people are just happy to have a new skate game with new mechanics and being able to play with people. And other people have been very, very vocal about not only just graphics, but also the cut content between games. I like Skate 3 has a bunch of like challenges and spot battles and all this other stuff and Hall of Meat and some other and like replayability in terms of private lobbies or being able to play single player. This Skate beta is completely multiplayer with no way to turn that off or to have your own separate or like hide players or anything like that. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have Hall of Meat. It doesn't have any challenges at the moment. It has basically an open world where you can find new spots, but there's also pros in the game so far, like pro skaters that you narratively would need to meet in this game. Because Skate 1, 2, and 3 are all about you wanting to be one of the pros, whether it be through board sales and photography shoots. You collaborate with these other industry professionals in the skateboarding industry, and there's no sign of that. Like a lot of the key selling points are, there's no creative maps at the moment. Like people can't create their own maps right now. It's literally just a big ass city in the big ass map that you're going around in with other people live playing with you, but it's base game shit, right? The cool part, I will say, I've been knocking it now. There are some pros to this game. Like for this game, the force, that whole thing is a lot more intuitive. You can actually like kick off your board, glide, and then you can bring your board back. Cool, because like in Skate 3, you can't do that. You kick your board away, it's gone. You can't bring it back, and you have to like Hall of Meat it or like land safe, whatever it be. At least for this one, you can like literally kick flip off a fucking skyscraper, Superman into like a fucking spiral, and then get your board back and land on a rail and ride away if you try it hard enough. So like there's cool shit to do. The mechanics are really tight and great, but because all that content hasn't resurfaced yet and they haven't implemented it yet, there's not a lot of hope for it lasting long because of it. Because it's great for the initial jolt of it and getting with the gameplay, but like you can't create, you can't skate by yourself. The character is pretty cartoony. Like, that's not to say that's the only reason why people played Skate 3, but there are moments where you got into areas where it felt like you were grunge skating, like you were in like these huge like sewage pipes that were going into like a whole quarry.
We
And
still
here
have that.
it's
We still
it's
have
more
that
like,
clip on IG, by the way, on the one of you crashing out on
yeah.
on the death race.
See how much fucking like content we squeezed out of that for at least just one or two episodes where we were trying spot battles and we were doing skate and we were doing Hall of Meat challenges and all of that is
Gone.
what makes it like well yeah, it's gone.
Gone for now.
It's what made people yeah, it's gone for now because I feel like people are gonna raise a stink high enough that they're gonna implement it because if they don't, they're gonna be alienating a whole side of their fan base that loved that and that wanted to do that. So I feel like with the resurgence of both Tony Hawk and Skate, Tony Hawk is more interested in preserving its what made the games good and what people loved about them, which I love, and Skate is more interested in innovating upon it, if that makes sense.
Got it.
And I feel like a lot of people are going to want their nostalgia more so than innovation when it comes to skating games. In my opinion,
Yeah, that
but that's about. Sorry, no,
that sounds about right.
that's
Like,
it.
because I think that a lot of that stuff. That's what I was hearing too. Like, especially like that significant art style shift. Like, because a lot of people said it looks like Fortnite with that cartoon.
Yeah,
See, and I'm like,
it's that
even
like
I
rock
agree. I was
thing.
like, yeah, this just looks like Fortnite, and that's
Fortnite.
in not a good way though, because obviously if I'm playing a skateboarding game, like if I want a stylized like extreme sports style game, I'd rather play like a Jet Set Radio or even Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which I haven't played too much, but I always like that more like cell shaded comic book art style. That's where it fits. Not in a game like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or Skate, where it's like a little more on the realistic looking side or more grunge, like you were saying, Trev.
Well, yeah.
And the other thing that didn't help either was that people got a peek of like how they're gonna monetize the game. And $5 for a deck is pretty fucking absurd. That's not even with everything.
Unfortunately, I mean, that kind of thinking is going to be commonplace nowadays, bro. I mean, like in anything that they put forward, we could get a Final Fantasy where it's live service. Like, I'm not even going to be fucking surprised at this point.
That's Final Fantasy. Well,
because
does Final Fantasy 14 count because it is an MMORPG?
yes, if it's still ongoing, yeah. If it's a live service that's still ongoing, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Then yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope on this Skate game now. As soon as I saw that, and I was like, okay, how absurd is the monetization? I was like, oh, okay, yep, it's EA. I had to remember.
I'm gonna still try it out. I'm still gonna play it because I want to see it.
Like,
It's in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, on the positives, I guess the only good thing is that at least it'll be free to play. But like I said, it's like what you were saying too. It's like, how long is this game gonna last if it came out in the state it's currently in? I don't think it'll last like more than a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I have a feeling they're probably trying to what's the term mitigate their negative reactions. I guess that's the term, but they're gonna probably go back. I hope so, because if they don't, and if they just do like slight cosmetic choices, because the big thing right now is people are harping on the aesthetic of it. So my only worry is that they're just gonna fix the graphics of it,
But
and
they're not
gonna
do
any of
anything
the
else.
things that. Yeah, that's my worry. And at this point, I don't fucking care if it looks like Fortnite as long as it's fun to play. And it could look like dog shit riding a fucking unicorn. I don't care as long as I'm having a good time. You know what I mean? Like I'm against the crowd with that. Everyone's like, "Oh, it looks so goofy." It's like, who the fuck care? Are we going to be able to do the shit that we were able to do before and then some? Is it an upgrade or are they taking shit away from us? So like, that's mainly what
I think I can live.
I'll be waiting with.
I can live with that sacrifice if they decide to keep this goofy kind of cartoony style, as long as like they have all the modes.
Yo,
Yeah.
Like, I'd be okay with that sacrifice if that's what it takes. I know it's not gonna resonate with a lot of people with that statement, but we gotta understand this is EA, who amongst many other companies will fuck something up every time. Just like how apparently, like, this is so, like, for me, I'm gonna rag on EA a little bit more. So the new Battlefield game that's gonna come out supposedly this year, if not next year, You want to know what the rumor projection right now is? The budget is $400 million, so that's already expensive as it is. And you want to know how many players they want?
How many?
100 million. They want Fortnite numbers.
Okay, come on now.
Yeah, I'm like, go fuck yourself. That's all. That's why fucking EA annoys the shit out of me, amongst many other companies.
This is a paid game that they're offering?
Yes.
Yeah, no. Right fucking there. No, that's not gonna happen.
Like, that's the reason Fortnite works, is because it's free.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I guess
that's the only reason why it brings in the benefit that it does.
and seamless transition. There's something I noticed. Hold on, sorry, I got a text. So
Oh.
I just need to.
Uh,
But you want to lead us into the transition, Trev?
okay. Yeah. Okay. So what we have as our last topic is on the subject of Fortnite is why do games like Fortnite, Roblox, Warzone, and Minecraft have the success they have in comparison to other games? And if I'm being honest, I think we already touched upon it. Like these games, they have free to play elements. All you have to do is download the file, have the space for it, and have a decent connection to internet, and for at least some of them, and you're fine. Like you can have a creator experience, you can have the cultivated experience, and the only thing that you're spending money on are the aesthetic choices, are the like cosmetics, and it doesn't hinder your ability to play the game. I can't speak for Roblox or for Minecraft, but for Warzone and Fortnite, they have implemented these BR, you know, clones of each other, if you will, and over the course of so many like years, they've implemented so much that like Fortnite is now 5 games in one. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it, and so is Roblox, and Warzone is now having game modes, and Minecraft. These are all like user friendly experiences for them to just tool around passively or go crazy ham aggressively with their gameplay. It reaches so many different demographics, all while being free to play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like one of the. It doesn't matter how good Spider-Man 3 is if it doesn't reach all those demographics, it's not going to pull in those same numbers. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So this is no contest. In fact, I think it's a little unfair to compare them because of the way that their business models are set up.
Yeah.
They're at the end of the day, they're video games on the same platform, so they should be treated somewhat equally. But like in terms of how they're developed and how they're still being like cultivated as each update is coming through, like they're always learning. There's always going to be live updating in terms of tweaking in game. How many times have Fortnite implemented a new game mechanic for like a season and it's now available for creators to like implement that? And I'm assuming the same for Roblox and for Minecraft. And Warzone, you just have your diehards for people who love that game mode and love that franchise so much that this is their version of that, of Fortnite and of all that. So I feel like it's because it's free and it's because it reaches so many many demographics.
Who wants to step next?
Kevin.
You didn't fall asleep, did you, Kev?
That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know where you went.
Nice.
I don't want to be dramatic.
He went.
I- Again, like when it comes to Fortnite, Roblox, Warzone, everything like that, it feels like just, especially when Fortnite first started, it was just like something new, like something different and stuff. Like how, like Call of Duty was like every time just like 6v6, or you have your big like mashups, or your like
Kind of like classic
like certain
multiplayer
stories.
and zombies as well.
Yeah.
That whole Red Dead Redemption zombie era, man. Ugh.
Yep.
Along with COD. Jeez. Sorry.
Nice.
Again, it just like new shit that has been just constantly evolving like every year. Because like, but at the same time, like now all games are like all games are trying to be like have like their BRs, but not all games can accomplish like the
The levels,
BR.
like
Yeah,
they can't accomplish what like Fortnite and Warzone can achieve.
yeah, because look, like Fortnite has been out since what
2017.
2010, 2012? Yeah, 2017. So imagine since 2017, and
We're 8 years in.
yeah, and then Warzone I think was like what 2019.
No, it was 2020. Like Modern Warfare 2019 was the base, and then Warzone came like around COVID time, like literally when it happened.
Oh yeah, so see, it's like, and then look at that, 5 years. Again, like at least those two are kind of like keep on pushing, keep on going past like their uh like doing more
Expectations.
when it comes to it compared to like other games. Like look at Splitgate, like it popped off for the first week, and then when they announced VR, it just dropped off.
Yeah,
And
and
then look at damn, what was that one game that we were playing where we could upgrade our limbs and everything
Off the Grid.
off the grid?
It was more of
That,
the concept of it sounded cool, but then like kind of just played like ass.
so it's like we've tried that. We've been trying like mostly like every BR we could think of, but it's like nothing really.
It doesn't stick. Like, and
Yeah,
I think unfortunately, like, I mean, obviously the VR genre is dying as it is. Like, it's like, let's put it this way: there's no reason that you, if you're playing a VR, why would you play anything else that isn't Fortnite, Warzone, and I'd argue Apex, but even then, I'm not playing Apex anymore. I pretty much have dropped that game for like the past, well, for what, 2-3 years now at this point. So it's, and I'll save my thoughts on that. Did you have any more to add to it, Kev?
like honestly, no, because again, it's like every game that we ever played is like we try to play like a little bit of it, but nothing like ever sticked. Everything was just like you know they kind of like brought the game out like too soon, or just like they didn't really like they just wanted the BR aspect of it, but couldn't like accomplish on what they were actually trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Josh,
Yeah, I'm on.
do you have any thoughts on this one?
Mm, not as much. I've just explained the nostalgia aspect of most of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because like I think like the first thing like immediately, like I think Trev said it beautifully. The point of entry is the fact that it's free, so and it's gonna reach all demographics. That's already point number one.
That was how Fortnite reached out to us because
It was free.
I wasn't playing Fortnite on PS5 at all at first. I was playing the mobile version.
Oh god. You know what's funny is that now the mobile version is available. So
That's freaking nuts.
I
How?
legality shit.
No, that's cool.
But the big thing too was yes, it's gonna reach all the demographics, and then it's also like a social aspect to it too, because like that's why I inserted not just Fortnite and Warzone, I inserted Roblox and Minecraft because they're very social games as well. And we don't have a lot of games that do stuff like that isn't like at least those four, I'd argue. I mean, unless there's some hidden title I'm not aware of that does something like that. But even so, like, there's the social aspect of those games is, I think, what carries it. Like, even like I'd argue even like smaller games too that like you see on Steam and like TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, like Peak, Chained Together, um, Repo, like all those games. Basically, their social aspects is like what carries those games. Like, because they also have pretty small point of entries. They're usually like what, under $10 normally, but people make the most out of those games because they're simply just fun games.
Yeah.
So I think so, like stuff like that is I would argue why they have like so basically most free to play games and low cost games are always going to succeed in stuff like that. So that's just kind of like my thoughts on stuff like that. That's why they're always so popular.
Yeah.
But yeah, that kind of like for the most part covers it. Is there anything else you guys want to squeeze out before we end off the show?
I am hilarious, and you will quote everything I say.
He just I don't know if
Well,
Trev.
thanks for the limp. Now all of you just like left me out in high and dry.
Okay,
Like,
I was
didn't
like,
even want to.
in
You know what? I'm gonna crash out about Tony Hawk Ride some more in my private time.
your private time. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for the show, guys. Thank you for listening. Where can everyone find you guys?
I don't know
Instagram.
whoever wants to go
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, Instagram.
I mean, also, Josh and I, you can find our music on Apple Music, Spotify, all the platforms. Look at Josh's handle, and if you don't know it, it's
RDYRMND.
Yeah, I will have everyone's yeah, and I will have everyone's handles in the description of the video. Oh, but anyways, thank you guys for listening to this. Like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We will be back for another podcast, possibly another stream, whenever we decide to come back. But anyways, thank you guys for listening to this, and until next time, stay safe, drive safe, and we'll see you guys next time. You have yourselves a good day.
Hell yeah.